But, oh, hello, hello. Just gonna see if anybody pops on. I'm in my group. All right, just waiting. Hello, hello. I know sometimes it takes a while for people to get on. I see. Someone sent a like. Right on. Hello, hello. Let me know who's on. Sometimes I can see the comments. Sometimes I can't. Let me check this little thing. Ooh, brighter. Look at that. Love that. All right. So I know more people are going to pop on. I'm just in the group Women Creating Healthy Lives. So this is just for you guys. And so let me see. I was just going to talk about, I know I don't actually talk about this, which is so weird, about what symptoms do I still get. You know, I've been finished. So I started, for those who don't know much about me, I started perimenopause, which is the when you have your hormonal changes start to really begin and really you get a lot of the real extreme symptoms. So I started that at about 43. Now they come on. Hi, hey Brenda, how are you doing? Haven't seen you on for a while. So when I was 43, I started with my symptoms, and you know, sometimes we don't get all of them at once, and every woman's completely different. Some say if you had like bad symptoms during adolescence, then you'll get like bad symptoms during menopause. I don't know if that's really true, perimenopause. But anyways, I finished at about 48. So I started my symptoms at 43, then I finished at about 48. I hadn't had a period for 1 full year. That's when you are in menopause. You haven't had a period for 1 full year. And then pretty much you're postmenopausal. So I'm 54 and I finished at 48. So I've been kind of like postmenopause for quite a while. And yes, I still get symptoms. And it's funny because I did not know this at all. I mean, basically all I knew about perimenopause or menopause was like my mom would talk about hot flashes. Actually, it was funny because my mom gained quite a lot of weight at a certain time in her life when my mom's very slim. And it was kind of funny. Everybody was bugging her. Oh, you're getting a little paunch. That was when she was in perimenopause. Funny how we never knew, either did she. But anyways, so I finished at 48 and I'm 54 now. I still get symptoms. So do I experience. Well, I'm in my hormonal headache phase right now, which is not pleasant. That's why I'm not typing online too much. Hurts me to be on the computer. Hurts my eyes. Make sure my dog's around somewhere. So anyways, I still get headaches. I get hot flashes, and sometimes they're worse because it depends on what you eat. Like hot flashes really depend on my stress and what I'm eating. I gotta see where my dog is, you guys. Just wait. I'm always looking for him, aren't I, in my lives? Why don't I just figure out where he is? Oh, he's at the door. He's at the front door waiting to get in. He's such a little pansy. I'm in my front yard. Anyway, so I still get headaches, which is what I'm experiencing right now, and they can last. But you guys, I used to always get headaches. So I was someone who suffered from very, very, very bad cramps when I was young, and then I would get headaches at certain times. Bailey, oh my God, sorry. Hi. Sorry, this is I was just on the phone thing and he was there. So anyways, I was so I had bad headaches. I used to get bad headaches a lot, even in my 20s. So that was crazy. So it was just like ongoing. So I mean, it's kind of normal that I still get them now. And I feel a lot of people coming by. I feel a lot of just a minute, you guys. Come here, Billy. No, yeah. Both of them want to come. I know, a doggy your size is so much fun. Oh, yes.
Your dog's not used to someone quite so boisterous.
Well, he meets all kinds, but it's cute when it's someone his size.
Yeah.
Come on, Bear, let's go.
Come here, Billy. It's just such a nice night. Everybody's out, right? Okay, so I still get headaches. So that's one thing I still get. And they will last sometimes 1 day, 2 days, 5 days. Sometimes 5 days. Crazy. They get worse at night, better during the day. But do I take anything? Yes. I actually have to still take stuff for my headaches or I don't really function. So I do. And it's some months I get them bad. Some months I don't get them bad at all. Not at all. And it doesn't seem to really matter. you know, whether I'm stressed, whether I'm not sleeping much, whatever. It doesn't seem to really matter. So that stuff I still kind of ongoing. But I eat really clean. Like I've given up preservatives. They used to cause a lot of headaches for me. So preservatives, food colorings, things like that, food dyes, MSG, all that gives me really bad headaches anyways. So I still get bloated. I still do. Not as bad as I did before or with perimenopause, but I still get that bloated kind of feeling like, oh, sometimes I get like more constipated. I saw digestive problems. I've been suffering from digestive problems since I was in my 20s. I was diagnosed with IBS in my 20s. And so that has always been kind of my weak point. And during, I gotta see where my dog is again. Bailey, here you are, come here. During perimenopause, my digestive problems got extremely bad. I got acid reflux. I got so badly constipated and stuff that it would be days. I mean, I suffered from that for so long, and I tried every type of modality to help them. Like just letting them in the house. I tried acupuncture. I tried all these herbs. I tried Chinese, like I went to a Chinese doctor. I went to naturopath. Energy work. I did everything I could, and it was basically, you guys, it was completely changed what I ate. So you know that I really changed what I ate during perimenopause. Huge. And that's why I help women now, because I know what a big difference that made for me, like a huge difference. So I really learned what I can eat for me that made me feel better. But still going through the perimenopause phase, I still did have those digestive problems, but man, they got worse. I mean, better, especially as time went on and I was eating better, they got a lot better. But right now, so I still get the headaches. I still get digestive problems, but they're so much better. And, emotional. I still get sometimes the emotional up and downs, and I get the bloating. Like the bloating where you feel like, oh, I'm just bloated. Get a little more constipated. Like it's just like your digestive system is just like, blah, sometimes. I'll get tired. Yeah, kind of things like that. So you can still get symptoms after. Some women do, some women don't. Some women don't really think there's a correlation. So maybe they experience bloating sometimes during the month, but they just think, well, there's no way I can get any symptoms, but you still can. And hot flashes, I used to teach yoga to seniors, and I met a lady in her 80s, and she was still getting hot flashes. That's when it was like, what? I couldn't believe that. So yes, you can still get hot flashes. The thing is, your hormones don't all of a sudden balance out and stay the same. So even though you go through the wild ride of perimenopause where your hormones are really fluctuating, when you're postmenopausal, your hormones are still decreasing, especially estrogen. So estrogen really starts to decrease. That's why our skin looks older, more saggy. What I'm really noticing after 50 is my skin really making a huge difference. My skin, my eyelids, like my eyes, the wrinkles coming more and more. My skin's very, very dry. It starts to get more dry, more dry, more dry that year after year after year. But the weight thing, I do not gain weight now. So that has completely regulated. I do not have a problem with my weight. The thing is that if you don't get the food thing figured out, while you're going through the changes, if you don't make the changes required at this time, as in what to eat, finding what works for you at this phase of life, if you don't get that figured out, you will continue to gain weight most likely. Most likely that'll just keep climbing. And then that can lead to a lot of other problems, because in perimenopause, our hormones are very sensitive. And so we have most women, a lot of women are in some sort of insulin resistance. And the problem with that is that basically so many foods that you then take into your body are converted right to fat when someone has insulin resistance. Now, and it affects all these other hormones, because hormones kind of boom, 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 like dominoes. One affects the other, affects the other, affects the other. So once it starts to go, it's just all like boom, 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 boom. And then there's so many other, hormones, they control all the systems of our body, basically. They control if you're hot, if you're cold, if you're tired, if you're awake, if you feel sad, if you feel depressed, weight gain for sure. So they control all of those things. So when they're going wacky, we feel wacky. That's why you can feel like you're absolutely going crazy in perimenopause. You have foggy brain, memory problems. My gums used to bleed a lot when I was going through it at the certain phases of the month, right? Sometimes they still do. So when I would get my hormone fluctuations, even though I was finished my period, I would get really bleeding gums. So in our hormones, they just control every aspect of our body, even our brain. So we've got to realize that we are going to feel different in midlife going through this perimenopause. You are going to feel like someone took over your body. Maybe like someone's taking control over your body and you're like, I just don't feel like myself anymore. I don't recognize myself. I'm not acting like myself. The emotions I'm experiencing are all over the place and crazy. My body's completely changing. You don't know how you're going to react because all of a sudden you're really stressed or you're really emotional and all these things are going through you. And it really feels like you have no control over them because what's happening is basically the hormonal fluctuation. The hormones are changing things and shifting things for you. So really don't have control, right? Unless you begin to work with yourself, to work with your body, to begin to take care of your hormones and feed your hormones the nutrients they need. Because they help to manage all of your systems in your body. So that's how important the food part is, as well as controlling the stress. And I have talked about the stress thing so many times. I cannot stress it enough. I cannot talk about it enough, how much stress affects everything. You can have a lot of things controlled in your life and your diet can be perfect and your exercise and everything, but if you are under too much stress, basically it will trump it all. And that's the crazy thing about it. So, we need to work on this coming into alignment, all parts of us. So the things we think. So it's also about how do you talk to yourself? How do you rely on, how do you love yourself? Like about loving yourself, about accepting what's going on, about not resisting things. So really coming into full acceptance and love of yourself and knowing that this phase, so the perimenopause phase does end and things do get better. Like I said, it's been quite a few years for me, but I feel so much better and I feel so much more balanced. But that is also because I learned what works for me and I've learned how to eat to support my hormones. And I've learned also what to do for stress management and my thoughts, my beliefs, my habits, all of those things. So it's all about coming into alignment fully in support of your body so that your body begins to help balance itself so much better. Because when one thing goes way out, something else is going to be way out. And then they all affect each other, right? So you can follow a strict diet and maybe lose the weight. But when you finish that diet and you don't really know how to eat normally every day, you're just going to gain the weight back. You're going to go up to old habits and behaviors. If you haven't learned how to change from the inside out, then you will also, again, fall back into old habits, behaviors, and patterns because you don't know how else to be. Right? So it's kind of about learning to be who you are becoming and who you are now because there are changes. Like I said, it changes so much in your life. Often women in this phase change relationships. They get out of relationships that they finally realize this does not work for me anymore. Sometimes they leave careers because they have this just need inside to finally find some fulfillment in life, find more meaning in life, because we're also realizing we're aging. We're not getting younger. Like our life is moving on, right? We're not going to be able to go back. But that also doesn't mean we have to all of a sudden become old, right? Like not do things. It's really about I'm choosing to embrace this next phase of my life. I am choosing to find something exciting, something to get excited about. I'm choosing to take this new direction. I'm choosing to have a new adventure. I'm choosing to do something creative. I'm choosing to do something I always put off before. I'm choosing to do something that I never allowed myself to do. I'm choosing to do something that I said I never had time to do before, but now I'm going to make time. So you see what I mean? Well, this got on a whole different tangent, but it can be a good time in life. We need to, of course, rethink now. We're changing. So it's time to, if you resist it, it's just going to persist and things are going to get worse for you. So the best thing to do is find a way to flow with it, feel good, do the best you can to take the best care of yourself. And then, so once that's the body part, and then it's the mind shifting and accepting and loving. And then it's like the spirit or the sense of fulfillment or the sense of meaning or what's next for me and exploring that aspect of your life too. That is what is so very important. Gotcha. Thanks you guys for watching. And I'm going to be doing a 30-day program that deals with all of this because I truly am so passionate about this whole thing, about coming into alignment, about finding your new normal, because you are not who you once used to be. And so it's about really getting in this whole thing of like the mind, body, spirit, and blending them all together so that you feel so much better. It's not just one thing that's going to work, right? And that's why I've really incorporated all of these things now in my programs. So 30 days is coming soon. I will be talking more about it. It's going to start about June 4th. This, you guys, it's a new program. It's a new 30-day program that I haven't done like this one before exactly. And it's going to be $197, but I think I'm going to do a little pre-sale, flash sale for 3 days only. You guys will get a better price. So that's what is coming through for me right now. And I love working with women in this way. And you guys, it'll be so, you're just gonna see results. You're gonna see changes. You're gonna feel so different after 30 days. It's gonna be amazing. So I hope you join me in the journey, in your journey, finding new normal, new ways of being now at this phase. All right, have a fantastic night. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, post them below. I would love to hear from you. Bye-bye.